All right. Stage left. Everyone. A theater kid through and through, starting out as an ensemble, then becoming the headliner in theater's biggest shows, and now a part of the biggest theater company in the Philippines. Let's dive into the artist experience of a friend of the show, Gab.
Hey.
Starting out in Blue Rep and Beta, she has worn many faces for different shows, and now she wears many hats for the theater community. Here's a real life kung paano ako naging leading lady, and our talk with our incomparable guests and her journey from deciding to quit corporate at the start of her career in 2014 and go full on theater and become who she is today. Welcome to Stage Left, Gab Pangilinan. Let's go!
Hey!
Alright.
Hi!
Sobrang you'd be surprised, ang dami talagang nagme-message sa akin na to have you as a guest.
Aw,
I mean,
thanks.
obviously
thanks.
because you have a group of like avid supporters and followers.
They're the best.
I mean, for the lack of a better word, fans, which is true.
Friends.
Fans.
Friends.
Tama.
Friends. Yeah.
Pero they've been asking me na kailan si Gab bang
Aw.
I know a couple of baristas here. Tipong, si Gab.
Alam mo, meron akong specific talaga kasi baristas. As promise.
Sa trabaho.
Sorry, random anecdote pero nung nagre-rehearse ako sa DLSU for Pinkian, nag-order ako sa Dunkin'. Tapos sabi ng nasa cashier, Roxanne? Tapos parang ako, sa Dunkin'? And then the next day sa Starbucks, Miss Gab, kayo po ba si El Bimbo? I'm like, whoa, baristas. Well, as a coffee addict, baka kasi.
Totoo rin naman. I mean,
Oo.
if you follow her also on her TikTok, medyo, let's go acidity.
Oo.
Sa true.
Buti na lang hindi ako ma-acid.
Good.
Kaya rin coffee all day, every day ako.
We cannot say the same. The team here is not the same. But let us start with the first question, which I always ask everyone. So how did Gab Pangilinan, how did you get your start in theater?
Okay. So, sa intro mo, thank you very much for that wonderful introduction.
You're
Pero
welcome.
meron na ako i-debunk
Oh
sa
my
mga
God.
sinabi mo. Only because, parang, syempre, everyone, when I meet them or pag may interview or whatever, usually, nagkakatanungan nga, how did you start? Or parang you started your career in 2014 with Rack of Ages. And that's usually yung press release.
Yeah.
Pero, because nga, ang haba ng kwento. Alam mo yon, yung syempre there's...
Mahaba ang video.
Yes,
Eme.
so we have time.
We have a lot
No,
of
but
time.
parang medyo mahaba yung kwento kaya hindi ko talaga sinisimulan from the very, very top. Pero the truth is, like, of course, officially, I started my theater career sa PETA with Rack of Ages
Yeah.
after my corporate job. But,
Pero alam ko, nag-William ka din.
yes, nag-William ako, PETA.
Mm-mm.
Yun din, right after Rack. Pero, it started way before 2014 kasi yung first professional production ko was actually in 2007 when I was 15 years old.
Ah.
And I did High School Musical
Right,
with
stages.
trumpets and stages.
Stages,
So,
tama.
technically, nagsimula talaga ako sa trumpets. Play shop.
Yeah, with Kaki.
Yes. Yun yung first
Sam,
professional prod ko with Nelsito.
Nelsito.
It's so funny kasi most of them are still
Yeah.
in the theater career.
Kayo
In
na
the
yung,
theater.
Kayo na yung mga...
My God, as in sila Sam, Kaki, Nel, we went to, as in yung mga babae doon, we went to each other's debuts, as in talagang party kami all the time as teenagers. Pero, so yun yung first professional prod ko, but I actually started Trumpets Play Shop when I was 7 years old. So medyo, that's why ang haba ng history.
Ang sarap.
Ang hirap i-explain na parang, actually, hindi yun yung start. Nag-start ako when I was 7, and then I stopped when I was 12, and then I did it again when I was 15, and then yung fast forward to 8 years later, Rack of Ages.
Shout out to Trumpets.
Yes.
Shout
Yeah.
out.
So, hindi talaga siya overnight na parang, I'm gonna do theater. Okay, Rack. Hindi. Talagang sobrang haba ng before that. Ng buwelo before that.
It says a lot about, ako kasi, ang start ng, hindi naman career, yung journey ko
Yeah.
talaga was Ryan Cayabyab Music Studio.
Yes.
So it's pretty much the same na tipong bata ka lang,
Oo,
enjoy.
Tsaka nakakatawa yung, nakwento ko na to multiple times, pero nakakatawa kasi yung kwento na, yung very first showcase, diba?
Yeah.
Trumpets, may showcase ka at the
True.
end, summer
Para
workshop,
siyang
ganyan.
recital.
Yes. When my mom forced me to join, ayoko talaga. Sabi niya, you have to join Children's Musical Theater. Tapos, ayoko talaga, but I joined as a 7-year-old. Tapos sa showcase na mismo, I missed the entire showcase.
Huh?
Because my mom believed at that time, yung driver namin, yung call, sinabi ng driver namin na 12 noon yung call time. Sinabi ko na 7 a.m. yung call time. Naniwala nanay ko, syempre, sa adult. But I, as a child, was already on it. I was locked in. So I arrived at 12 noon.
Oh my
And
God.
they were already giving the certificates.
Award.
Pero dahil bata nga ako, and I was the youngest in the class, as in, hindi ko alam kung, basta I was the youngest in the class, pagdating ko, sabi agad ng teacher ko, and finally, she's here! Kapangilinan! And she gives me the certificate. Tapos ako parang, okay. Bow. Ganyan. So all the summers after that, out of guilt, my mother enrolled me because I asked. As in parang, Mom, remember what you did? Na joke lang.
I mean, tama.
Oo.
Nung una ayaw ko, tapos pinilit mo ko. Tapos ngayon locked in na ako, bigla mo akong hindi ipapa-showcase.
So every summer after that, nag-ano talaga ako, sabi ko, I want to do children's musical theater. Tapos nung 12 years old ako, 6 years straight ako nag-workshop. Sabi ng nanay ko, tama na. Mahal na. Tama na. Magte-teenager ka na, mag-high school ka na, tigilan mo na to. Ayun.
Nakakatawa kasi I could just imagine parang as a mom, like,
The guilt, iyak siya. As in, I am so sorry. As in, sobra. Sobra talaga. Tapos ako naman, happy to be there. Alam mo yun, yung parang, it's okay, Mom. It's not about the result. It's about the journey. Ganyan.
wow. Very mature child.
Correct. As in,
Pero
Oo.
nakakatawa. Kasi parang,
Oo.
I can just imagine your mom, like,
yeah.
pushing you, and then you're finally invested. And I'm like, no.
Yun. So feeling ko dun na-spark yung, I guess, yung hunger, yung gutom para magteatro.
And
Kasi nga, bata pa lang ako, may ganun na siyang, bitin, yung
bitin,
ganon.
True.
Tapos nung when I did High School Musical, 3rd year high school ako nun, my mom, yun na naman, sorry, I love you, Mom. You taught me everything I know. But no, nung 3rd year high school ako, and then nag-audition ako. Pinayagan ako mag-audition.
Oh.
So GTAS pumasa ako. Syempre, my grade suffered kasi nga, naano ako sa mundo ng teatro.
This was high school.
High school ako. Literal, 3rd year high school ako, tas High School Musical. And that was the time na, alam mo yung, walang protocol or walang anything for in general, for kids. So guys, nag-show ako na may sore eyes. Ganong levels of like, woo! That was a time. Pero as somebody that just wanted to be there,
Mm-hmm.
may mga signs lang around. Guys, wag kayo don't touch Gab's things, mag-alcohol kayo, blah, 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 blah.
True.
Pero nangyari naman siya. Tapos after nun, sabi ng nanay ko ulit, bawal na. As in, focus on your studies, finish your school, eme. And then, cut to 8 years after, when I finally decided to pursue it for real.
Grabe. What a
Yeah.
journey.
What a journey. And parang akalain mo, parang beginning pa lang yun.
Di, totoo nga eh. Kasi, again, iba yung feeling na you hindi naman you were forced. Parang your journey starts out young. Tapos,
Yeah.
there's a certain bug talaga
Yeah, no,
when
it's a bug,
you
for real.
perform.
Oo.
Especially when you start performing young.
Yeah.
Na siguro dahil nape-praise ka ng bata.
Yeah.
Pero what I remember is, ang saya lang talaga kapag puro mga bata din yung kasama mo.
Yeah. It was that. I think more than performing, it was also the community, the friendships that
Totoo.
were built during that time. And parang years later, I still remember my workshop mates.
Yeah.
My last trumpets play shop workshop. Sina Kaisa na yung leads nun, Kaisa Borromeo.
Talaga?
Yeah, as in we did sideshow.
Ay, yeah.
I was in the ensemble. No, I was in the ensemble when I was 12.
Oh my
Play
God.
shop.
Sa play shop.
Yeah. So ganun ka full circle lang like every
But
time.
also, ang tanda ng sideshow. Napaka-adult ng sideshow.
Yes, it was kasi teens class na yun.
Teens class, okay.
And I was the youngest in that teens class. Parang 12 years old ako noon.
Okay.
Tapos parang I was in the ensemble. Tapos yun, sina Kaisa Borromeo, sina Kyla Rivera. Sila yung twins ng time na yun. And that was the time, funnily enough, that was the time that I discovered Blue Rep of Ateneo.
Yeah.
Because they were all from Blue Rep.
Yes.
And then, as a 12-year-old, I was like, okay, I want to go to Ateneo because I want to join that musical theater org.
Yeah.
And then, life happened. When I got to Ateneo, I did join Blue Rep, but I wasn't as active in Blue Rep. I was active in other
Groups.
extracurriculars because
Like-
I thought I wasn't gonna pursue theater.
Talaga?
Yeah.
Pero I did, through the research, like, masayaw ka nun. Mas
Oo din.
sobrang dancerist.
Dancer. Yun din frustrated dance. As in, parang gusto ko lang sumayaw nung time din na yun. Parang yung competition, yung mga inter-org competitions. But I was also part of Ateneo Code. Which is yung Consultants for Organizational Development
Yeah.
and Education. Yung leadership trainings, leadership seminars. Akala ko kasi that I was gonna go that route, I guess, with like life. Basta nothing to do with performing.
To be fair, college is the place for you to like explore what you really want.
It was fun. I mean, I enjoyed. Sobrang BS org ako nung time.
Oh no.
Yes, oo.
Major in org work.
Major in org work, major in extracurriculars. And I only limited myself to one theater production a year.
At least.
At least.
At least.
Pero like, the small ones. As in not the big. Diba Blue Rep
yeah,
usually has the bigger productions.
Yeah.
I would do the...
Meron bang TA? May TA na nun.
May TA na nun, pero
May
hindi
TA.
pa ako, wala pa akong ano sa TA nun. Entablado.
So you were doing productions for students?
Yeah, Blue Rep.
Blue
As
Rep
a student.
As a student.
Yes. So I just did the newbie production. And then I
Okay.
did Stages of Love
Yeah.
twice.
Speaking of
Yes.
Stages of Love, from Stages of Love to Rack of Ages, tapos jumping off from your debut performance nga sa as an adult sa professional world, and then you get the boost from El Bimbo, and then mula sa buwan, sabi nga sa Dunkin, Roxanne?
Oo,
Charot.
talaga. As in,
Sa syempre tapos Komodo, and then the rest of like your professional career now that you're expanding, like how was the jumping into the more adult side of theater? Kasi back then it was fun.
Yes. So, nung sumali ako sa RAC, known story na rin to na nung sumali ako sa RAC, it was accidental. Meaning, I was in my corporate job and then, again, parang ang dami kasing, alam mo yung, ito yung beginning, pero ang daming bago.
Sanga.
Bago nangyari yun, ang daming ibang nangyari.
Okay.
So, I would consider RAC to be my first professional production as an adult. But that only happened because I auditioned for Ephesus Theatron's Once on This Island. Because Once on This Island was my non-negotiable musical. Alam mo yung nasa office ako, ito yung scenario. Nasa office ako, mabagal yung market, tapos nag-browse lang ako sa phone ko, sa Facebook group na auditions and casting calls. Which every freelancer knows about and every freelancer is a part of. So I was just browsing, as in scrolling. Wala akong performances at the time. I was in Clowning Around.
Yes.
So I was a party princess every weekend.
Yeah.
Ano yun, rurok ng Frozen yun. So,
Totoo.
9 to 5 job. Tapos in the weekends, I'd work in children's parties.
If I'm not mistaken, sila Mickey pa ang
Yes.
kasama mo nun.
Mickey was my Elsa. I was Anna all the time.
There you go. Tama.
So, yun lang yung performing ko that time. And then, I was scrolling lang. And then, I saw a Once on This Island poster na open call for auditions. Tapos sabi ko, non-negotiable musical siya. So, parang a dream role, Timon, ganyan.
Yeah.
So, parang ako, chinek ko yung schedule. And then, I saw it was like a short run. Parang 2 weekends lang in September. Parang September or August. And I was like, if I'm in my job, and then 2 weeks lang siya at the time, tas weekend, baka magawan ko ng paraan.
True.
And it's just alam mo yung, just to scratch the itch because I
True.
haven't performed in over a year, ganyan. Yung usual, you know, how a theater person.
Lalo na kapag graduate ka na.
And you're just not in it professionally, diba? So parang ako, try ko lang and nothing to lose. And this was maybe, sobrang klaro sa utak ko na this was maybe around March of 2014.
Yes. Oh my God. 24. What a pivotal year that was.
Yes, for theater, diba? So, March 2014, I saw it and I was like, okay, I'll audition. So, I auditioned for it. And then, I got it. I was part of the ensemble. And then, they made me Timon alternate. As in, grabe, nag-breakdown talaga ako sa gitna ng kalye. Yung ganong level of, totoo ba to, ganyan? So
Sarap.
there. So, nangyari yon. And then I was like, okay, just I'll go back to work, ganyan. Normal. I'll wait for September, looking forward. I'll enroll in, I think I enrolled in repertory basta workshop.
Yeah.
Parang masterclass workshop.
Yeah.
Just so,
Para mabuhayan lang
yes,
ulit.
para mabuhayan because I haven't performed.
Yeah.
I lost my,
Okay lang yan.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So,
Kebs,
okay lang.
nawala yung hearing. Pero you
Okay
know
lang.
what? Go.
Go.
Tuloy.
Sige, go lang. So, so in March, I got accepted. I was like, yay. And then April, May yung parang workshop ko with Rep. And then mga end of May or early June, may message ako ni Abby Sulit. Nasa office na naman ako. And then Abby Sulit goes, Gab, are you performing now? Sabi ko, well, I have a play in September, tapos nag-workshop lang ako, pero I still have my job. Bakit? Kasi PETA's looking for an ensemble member na alternate for this play that they're doing. Syempre ako, not in the theater world, I had no idea what that play was. Never pa ako nag-PETA, never pa ako, as in, I'm like, ano to? Sabi niya, basta it's a musical, tapos AG's songs, wala pa akong,
Yeah.
AG songs, they just wanna hear you if ever sing, parang if you can come bukas, ganon, the next day.
Agad-agad.
Agad-agad.
To be fair, yes, that's Abby Sulit for you.
Yeah, the next day, kasi sabi niya, I remember kasi nakatira ka malapit doon. So baka lang nasa area ka or whatever, ganyan. Sabi ko, actually galing ako Makati, pero sige, I'll try. So, overnight, nakikinig ako ng mga AG songs. Ano bang AGs, ganyan? Basang-basa sa, sige, parang aralin ko na to kasi ito yung pinaka-familiar, ganyan. Cut to, nag-out ako na maaga sa work. Pumunta ako sa PETA, naka-corporate clothes ako. Setting the scene again for you. Mike Salomon, nasa piano. Carlon Matobato, siya yung nagturo sa akin ng choreo.
Nakakapagod si Carlon mag-choreo.
So una nag-choreo ako, naka-corporate pa ako ha, as in naka-slacks, naka-pumps, and button down, ganyan. So choreo ako, sabi ko, bahala na, ano ba tong show na to? Hindi ko alam, I'm just gonna try. And then si Mike tells me to sing, tapos kumanta ako si Mike na hindi ko kilala at that time ha, tells me to sing what I prepared. So I sang like the chorus of Basang-Basa sa Ulan. And I think he could tell that I wasn't that familiar with the song. As in, I wasn't comfortable with it. So he goes, can you sing kantahin mo yung pinaka-favorite song mo in the whole wide world. So I sang Waiting for Life from Once on This Island.
Ang ganda.
And then after I sang that, si Mike, okay. Tapos si Maribel Legarda, yung director, okay, I'm okay. Tapos yung PM, okay. Welcome to the cast. Ha? Wait, what? Oh, by the way, this is a 3-month run. I'm like, huh? And then they go, yeah, just give us your schedule na lang, ganyan. And then they were like, di ba malapit ka lang dito? Pwedeng umuwi ka, tas palit ka, tas balik ka kasi ngayon na yung photoshoot. I'm like, ha? Ganon siya kabilis. Alam mo yung...
Mama, ano to?
When they say that your life will change with one decision, as in ako parang, okay, para ako sumakay sa roller coaster, tas hanggang ngayon hindi pa ako nakakababa. Yung ganon yung pakiramdam. Kasi ganon siya kabilis. And then yun na. Pasabog. And then I realized, my life at that time was 9 to 5 job, 6 to 10 rehearsals, clowning in the weekends, and then when the show started, shows in the weekends, and then nung na-realize ko na tapos syempre, that time, Englishera pa si Girl. So syempre, si Chang Maribel, yung director, parang sabi niya, hang out with them, tambay ka kasama nila, kain kayo, ganyan. So yun ang syempre, as a masunurin, and I was really like, I want to learn, I want to take, not even take it seriously at the time. I just wanted to do justice to the gift that was given to me at the time. Tambay ako, ganyan. Tapos na-realize ko yung tambay namin hanggang umaga. Uuwi na lang ako. Kung saan. Tapos uuwi na lang ako para maligo, tapos mag-office. Tapos nung isang time, gumising ako na palate na ako sa office. Sabi ko, mali na to. I quit. Ganon! Pero it was like 2 months in na. And then I realized,
nakakapagod.
No, I realized that I was already booked for 6 months as a theater artist. Because at that time, alam mo yung theater actor, lalabas ka, you'll meet new people. I remember going to like Cinemalaya to watch stuff. And then when you meet people, they'll be like, uy, parang pwede siya sa ganito. Uy, parang pwede
totoo
siya sa ganito. So I auditioned for Grease ng Nine Works, yung rerun.
Yeah.
I got it. And then I didn't know Rack was gonna be that big of a hit. Biglang may December run. So when I realized that I was already booked from June to December of 2014 as a theater actor, sabi ko, can I actually try to pursue this or to take this seriously?
Yeah.
So that was when I decided to quit my job. So I left my corporate job August. So imagine I
Grabe,
started
ang bilis.
performing June.
Wait, you also had the September show.
Yes.
Tapos kailan ng Rack?
Rack was June to August.
Nakakalurler.
Super. As in, sobrang sakto. As in, parang sabi lang ng universe, it just aligned and God said, it's time. As in, June
This
to
is
August.
it.
Oo, as in, June to August. Tapos nag-extend pa yung Rack konti because ang daming shows, di ba? 100 plus shows nung run na yon. And then right after Rack closed, I started rehearsals for Once on This Island. Right after Once on This Island closed, I started rehearsals for Grease. And then right when Grease closed, may Rack rerun ng December. So parang, as a new person at the time, I'm like, ganito na ba ngayon? Kasi I was told when I was young that this...
Oh, grabe.
Oo, na parang, di ba? Parang sabi,
Yeah.
hindi to practical. Sabi ng mga tao na
Walang
oo,
anda
walang,
dito sa...
wala kahit ano. But
Yeah.
I was lucky, of course, at the time because I had savings from
Yeah.
my corporate job.
Yeah.
So that also gave me more of a push to be like, maybe you can try this.
Oo.
Because meron akong, may dala ko. So,
It's such a pivotal decision na sabi ng universe, eto ha, hindi to 12 noon, 7 a.m. to. Kagatin mo na te.
oo.
Eto na yan.
Ito na yan. Parang, ito na eh. Umuo ka na sa isa. Bakit ka hihindi sa mga
Sa true.
susunod?
Sa
So
true.
parang, so nung dinecide ko na nga, so syempre, I told my parents na I'll try this. I mean, there's always the
Saya.
practical life that
Yeah.
I could go back to if this thing doesn't work
Yeah.
out.
And
then,
you tried it eh.
I did.
Kumbaga at least, you now know
Oo.
what it's like on
Oo.
the other side of it.
2014 was the time nga, it was the rise of the jukebox musical.
Totoo.
So, ang daming auditions bigla for musicals that time. So,
Yeah,
parang I was
2014
just,
talaga, grabe.
diba? So, it was the start of like a lot of new shows, tapos new opportunities.
Yeah.
So, I think that time when I entered, I said yes to everything talaga.
Yes,
As
and
in,
tayo ma.
yes, and talaga. Kung anong opportunity meron, go. Tapos dahil nga, daming energy, ganyan. Yes to commercials, yes to series, yes to...
Totoo.
Yes to... Ganyan, lahat. Lahat ng pwede kong gawin that had something to do with acting and with singing. I said yes to it.
And I think that's one of the most important ways to approach a theater career.
Mm-mm.
Kasi alam na natin, everyone knows that it's going to be hard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, a yes
Oo.
and attitude will...
Tsaka I audition for everything.
Totoo.
Yung,
totoo.
ang dami rin kasing open
Very important.
call.
Very
Oo.
important. Wag ka matakot.
Huwag ka
sulong lang.
matakot. And I think, yung advantage at that time was I auditioned for different companies agad. Yung hindi ako nag-stick to one company.
Yeah.
So, because of that, I was able to meet so many people in that short span of time.
Yeah.
Like, I was able to work with 3 companies agad. So, automatically, they all knew who I was na. Parang nagpakilala na ako sa kanila na
Sa
parang, parang, I quit my job, this is what I'm doing now, I'm a full-time theater actor.
Kasi ang
I
dami.
would like to do this.
I
Ganyan.
think that was Grease,
Yeah.
Rack,
Yeah.
and for 2014, what else?
Once on This Island.
Once on This Island.
Yeah.
Dami agad.
And then, nagka-auditions na, yun na, tuloy-tuloy na for kung paano ako naging leading lady.
Totoo.
Yung tuloy-tuloy na siya after that. Tapos yun, because they knew me sa PETA, they got me for William.
Yeah.
Mga ganyan.
My God, William, what a memorable
I
play.
love
But
that play.
before we continue, I would like to take the time for us to thank our partners for keeping us sustained at babalik tayo muli for the second half of the show.
Yay!
BRB! Woohoo! Gampang! Oh my God.
This episode is brought to you by Int Bar X Cafe. Whether you're looking for a quiet spot for script readings at X Cafe or hidden cinematic cocktails at Int Bar, it's the ultimate Cubao Expo sanctuary for every Filipino artist. Step through the photo booth and find your next scene. Int Bar X Cafe, where film meets flavor. Clieg Studio Self-Photo Studio, the first self-photo with cake decorating concept in the Philippines. The studio is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Mondays through Thursdays and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. from Fridays through Sundays. Sunnyside Sound Productions. All of our partners are located at Cubao Expo, Quezon City. Now, back to our show.
And we're back. Maraming salamat to our partners. And grabe, can I just ko, yung mga partners namin dito sa Cubao Expo. The reason why I get partners from Cubao Expo mismo, because this is a tight-knit community and makikita mo talaga at mararamdaman mo dito how welcoming they are of artists.
Yes.
As exemplified and as you, nararamdaman mo sa kultura ng Expo na
Yeah.
tipong they're here to promote the arts, and that's why I always support our partners, and thank you for supporting us. Maraming salamat. Obviously, malaking thank you sa IntX. Maraming salamat. Int Bar, X Cafe. Maraming salamat sa libreng pakape. And before anything else, we go back to our questions. Ito medyo mahaba-habang question. So, now that you are in the theater like full-time, hindi may iwasan yung minsan there is talks na of gawad, there is talks na of ganito ganyan. So with all of your like achievements and parang you now get people to look at you and hear your name. So you have people who are not parang not knowing of your names. But dito kasi sa atin, it's not easy
Yeah.
to become an artist in the Philippines,
Yeah.
especially in Manila.
Yes.
So maganda yung may trajectory na yung journey mo. Pero do you think you can tell us the story of the challenges naman that
of
you have to
course.
overcome?
Oo.
Because it's not hard to
Yeah.
keep on work. It's hard pala to keep
Yes.
on working in
Yeah.
the theater. So what challenges did
Have
you
I had
face?
to face? Yeah.
But in the context of how did it help you
Yeah.
become, at least better in your craft?
Right. I think coming in, because nga I was gonna say brainwashed, joke. Because I grew up being told or assuming, like having many assumptions about the industry, and also being exposed to what it's like because of relatives and all that stuff. Not even theater specifically, but show business and music. My mom was in a band. Parang because I was exposed to all that, I think I'm grateful that I was able to formulate my own opinions, I guess, about how I should go about things.
Mhm.
Parang that ultimately became my guide. It was the why I was doing it. Which I
Yes.
think for any artist, I mean, yun naman yun, di ba?
Yeah.
Yung parang calling. It's a vocation.
Yeah.
Gumunita at umawit, di ba? Oh,
Wow.
yes, Nick Joaquin.
Oh,
No,
shucks.
but it was really that feeling of being called to do what I always dreamed of doing.
Yeah.
But more than that, dahil nga mahirap siya, because nga I already grew up knowing that it was hard.
Yeah.
Parang I wouldn't say overcompensate, but I didn't choose at that time. I didn't have the privilege to choose what to do.
How do you
So-
handle that? Like, for example, you audition constantly So,
Yes.
ibig sabihin, take on what you get
Yes.
type of attitude.
Yes. But because that time, compared to today, limited siya. So you find, I looked for every opportunity.
Mm-mm.
And it's fun. I mean, I don't know how to say it like the practical way. Pero parang I really said yes to everything that I knew. And that's the thing. Ano ba yung goal, 'di ba? Yun din.
Yeah.
Yung parang it's really like visualize the life that you want. Ano ba yung gusto mong gawin? Tapos I knew at that time I just wanted to do theater forever. it wasn't even, I wanted to be famous. I wanted
Yeah.
to be this. I just wanted to be able to do theater and prove that it is a sustainable job.
Wow, what a big feat to
But for
take
myself,
on.
not
Okay.
for everyone. I
Yeah.
didn't want to prove to the world. I wanted to prove to myself that it was
Wow.
something I could do. That it was something
Di ba
that,
siya pressure like at the start?
to myself,
Mm-mm.
hindi siya pressure only because I had nothing to lose.
Gets.
So it was just something na I want to be able to do this not for the accolades and not for the awards, not for the recognition, but I wanted to be able to do this for the work.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun, yung parang I wanted to keep working.
Mm-mm.
And yun yung dream. Parang for me, because it's so usual, which for me, it's not bad to define what exactly it is that you want.
Yeah.
Diba? Some want the celebrity life. Some want the fame kasi may pera dun.
Mm-mm.
Some want to be exposed because they want to act on TV. Some want to do theater.
Yeah.
I want to make theater. Parang that was clear to me na I just want to be at the time nga, theater actor lang yung, I want to be a theater actor. Wala sa plano yung producing.
Mm-mm.
Wala sa plano yung marketing.
Oh, girl.
Alam mo yun?
Yeah.
It was just, and then I realized, oh, I want to create theater. I'm a theater maker, not just as an actor, but for everything I've learned, for all the experiences I've been through.
Mm-mm.
Okay, may ambag pala ako. Ganun.
When did the transition, like, were there pit stops wherein, oh my God, parang ang saya maging theater actor, but what if?
Wala. It was the
Like-
pandemic that kind of just changed everything.
That's true.
Diba?
That's
Kasi
true.
I was busy being a theater actor, but going back to your initial question kasi, yung challenges,
Oo.
I think marami kasing specific challenges because this is such a people-centric, it's a people-centric community. It's a people-centric job industry. So parang ako, growing up, masunurin akong tao. As in, I was very obedient, takot ako magkamali. Yung ganon, yung parang, as a person, like,
Yeah.
takot lang ako magkamali. But I did parang trust my intuition very much. I acted on impulse a lot. Until now.
Okay.
Until now. So feeling ko yun, yung parang it's the trusting of my gut. And then parang every mistake, parang I learned not to be afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah.
Because every mistake will lead me, will help me grow.
Yeah.
And also every mistake will parang charge it to experience. Life
Sabi nga
points
sa
yan.
TikTok audio na tipong, offer your hustle.
Oo.
Yun lang. Bigay mo
Oo.
lang yung hustle mo. Bahala na yung reward after.
Bahala na yung reward. Yun pa, yung parang it wasn't about the reward.
Yeah.
For me, it was never about the recognition. That
Yeah.
wasn't what I was after.
Mm-mm.
It was really being able to tell the story. So I think when pag ganun yung mindset or
Mm-mm.
pag ganun yung you can do no wrong.
And it's also it's also something that you will experience na, especially as a theater actor starting out as an ensemble,
Yeah.
hindi siya wala sa hinuha mo yung habulin yung lead role. Obviously
Hindi.
it's a dream.
Of course.
Obviously.
I mean, it's an experience kasi na, ay, hindi ko pa nagagawa yun.
Yeah, pero
Yeah.
pag nasa trabaho ka na kasi as an
Oo.
ensemble,
Oo.
nararamdaman mo yung importance mo bilang parte ng grupo.
Oo.
Kaya hindi mo siya
Oo.
like you just do the work, be
I loved
diligent.
it. I love it. Actually, yun pa, parang the callbacks, like parang it was always a win for me pag naka-callback ako.
Same.
As,
Same
diba?
sis.
Yung pag na final casting talaga. Yung pag na shortlist ako for a certain role,
Oo.
I'm like, pwede, kaya ko
Yeah.
pala. Lagi akong may ganong pakiramdam na parang pag na shortlist ako, and I know, like, you have to get used to the rejection.
Yeah.
I think that's also something that I mind conditioned myself from
Yeah.
the beginning. Because nga theater for me wasn't an option. Rejections always, parang I'd always take it as a sign na parang, okay, this isn't for me,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna try again.
And it's also something na with ensemble work na tipong pag nasa shortlist ka na,
Yeah.
pag na tipong okay, jump into a new challenge to,
Yeah.
hindi to start fresh to, hindi ka pwedeng, oh my God, confidence.
Yeah.
Happy,
Yes.
but
Pero
sulong
show
lang.
them what you've got.
Yeah.
Parang talagang, at least from all the auditions that I experienced, parang lagi ko na lang iniisip na it's not because I don't have enough to offer, but it's because, let's say if it's for a role that I'm gunning for, if they cast someone else, okay lang. Kasi parang, oo nga, yung parang meron akong, I guess, na ano ko rin yung sarili ko, na yung self-awareness ba, na parang, okay, so what did I do na I can, parang, that I can improve on? Parang, what did I offer and what didn't I offer na next time pwede kong dalhin or pwede kong mapasok sa audition ko?
With the, yun nga, with all of the hard work naman, turning out to becoming roles, yung nagbibit-bit ka ng Christmas decoration, sumasayaw sa tabi nung Eileen.
Yes.
Ganun. Si
Indeed.
Titin ata ang lagi mong kasabay.
Yes,
Si
and
Titin.
gold. Titin and gold.
Titin and gold.
Yes.
Naalala ko yun. I remember.
Always.
Kasi,
Oo.
ganyan,
Doon nagsimula
ganyan.
ang best friendship namin. As in,
Tapos,
oo.
Like aside from the challenges, like ano naman yung mga pockets of joy transitioning from yun nga, from your different shows, like what did you take away naman from those experiences as Ansam?
I had this thing that I always, kasi I journal talaga. So parang lahat ng experiences ko, parang binababa ko. Pero I remember writing, parang I always thought that every production that I did would always prepare me for the next one. Parang I'd always look at the production that I just did, reflect, and see what I learned from it so that I can bring it with me to the next.
Yeah.
And I realized parang the pinaka, I guess, what the most impactful or yung most memorable was when I did right before the pandemic, when Atlantis hired me for Sideshow,
Okay.
which I would think was a turning point in my career because that was when all of a sudden people saw me as a leading lady. Na
Oh.
parang I feel like that made artistic teams, directors or whatever, see na kaya na niya. Yung hinog
Yeah.
na siya. Hinog na
Yeah.
siya para mag-leading lady.
Yeah.
Because prior to that, yun, Ansam, I was in the Ansam all the time, which I loved. And I was just, alam mo yun, doing it. I was cast for support roles. I was lead naman occasionally. But for some reason, Sideshow, I felt the shift when I did Sideshow. It was my first Atlantis production after years of auditioning and not getting accepted. As in, I auditioned for so many Atlantis productions and never got accepted. And in my head, I'm like, kahit Ansam, yung alam mo yung parang,
Totoo.
pero bakit kaya?
Yeah.
And then, when they cast me for Daisy Hilton in Sideshow in 2018,
Yeah.
I realized, oh, maybe they saw something in me that just wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
And then, again, a flashback to when I did Sideshow when I was 12. So I've known the material since I was
Yeah.
12. So coming in, I felt it was just my body moving. Alam mo yon, yung parang I wasn't overthinking it. I was just like, I'm gonna sing because I know this by heart. I want this role, or alam mo yung parang that was the most ease I felt in an audition, only because I knew the material by heart. And
Yeah.
it was just something I really, parang at that time, it was something I really wanted to do.
And it must be so rewarding na tipong you not only are you trusted with the material, it kind of feels
Yeah.
like you're coming back. You're going back to something na tipong
Na I did before.
you did before. And
Yeah.
there's also the fact that you did it when you were younger,
Yes.
when it was all fun.
Yes.
So-
Pero again, I didn't expect it pa rin.
Yeah.
Pero I was shocked when they gave it to me because I just wanted to be part.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun, I could have been, if I were cast in the ensemble, I would have been so happy because that would have been my first Atlantis production. But when they cast me as Daisy, and then alongside Kayla Rivera, who was
Yeah.
my twin at the time, parang I was so shocked that I was given that responsibility. And that's when I think, again, happy to be there yung attitude ko the entire time. That's when I realized, oh, I now have a responsibility to
At
the show.
malaki.
At malaki. At
Malaki.
walang alternates yun.
Yeah.
So that's when I started taking my vitamins seriously, my sleep. No, promise. As in,
Gets.
naramdaman ko yung lifestyle change. ko during that production. As in, I said
Grabe.
no to everything else. I didn't go out. I took care of myself because of that responsibility.
Ang ano no, ang laki ng epekto na tipong not only for the love of the craft but also when you feel na tipong okay, they trusted me, this is the moment.
Yeah.
And again, eto na yung 7 a.m. ko talaga, hindi ito yung
Oo,
12. So, tipong,
oo.
okay.
Ano siya, the reason why I said na I felt that every production prepared me for the next was because the production I had prior to that was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I was in the
remember
ensemble,
this. Yes.
with sa Newport.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sa Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, nakakatawa yun kasi I was cast as a dancer. Nakalagay talaga, dancer. I was one of the 12. And everybody that I was with, they were all trained dancers. I mean, ako, musical theater dancer.
Yeah.
I would consider myself a dancer, yes. But they were all like ballet. As in yung talagang trained in ballet, trained in ganyan. So I was one of
But
the
keep
dancers.
up ang ate.
Yes. Lavarn.
Lavarn.
Kasama ko pa doon si Kiara Dario.
Oh,
Ensemble
yes.
kami, magkakasama kami. But at that time, I think most of the girls they cast at the time were sopranos. So they were wondering who to put sa alto. Tita Menchu they put me in the alto 2,
Mm-mm.
the lowest. And that I feel, because nga, we were in the ensemble, I didn't have solos, I just had to belt my butt off. But that I feel trained my belt voice, my chest voice. So that I think was what helped me sing or belt. Kasi hindi ako biritera.
Yeah.
I'm a musical theater, comfortable ako sa mix voice
Yeah.
ko. Pero that alto track trained my chest voice, my belt voice, and that was what helped me do the auditions for Sideshow.
Gets. Grabe.
And Daisy was
Again,
diba?
Para siya talagang setting you up
Oo,
eh.
it was setting myself up for my next.
Yeah.
And then parang Daisy is in the twins, siya yung under track, siya yung track below, yung si Violet yung lahat ng soprano tracks.
Oo.
So, all the deep notes and whatever, pasok siya sa range ko at the time kasi nga, na-train ko yung alto
Saya.
voice ko. So, Sideshow, diba? Sideshow sa period piece.
Yeah.
During Sideshow, I auditioned for Mula sa Buwan.
There
Period
you go.
piece, pero Pilipinas.
Oh my gosh.
So, yon. During Mula sa Buwan, I auditioned for El Bimbo. So, alam mo yung parang, yung transition lang, hindi siya yung sabak ka agad It was okay, let's train you for this and then it will prepare you for the next one.
Kasi-
Sideshow, as a period piece,
Yeah.
trained me for the period piece that was Mula sa Buwan.
Tsaka Chitty, parang ramp up towards how choreo heavy Mula sa Buwan is.
Yes.
Mula sa Buwan,
Yeah.
transition to
Oo.
crazy El Bimbo choreo.
Yeah. Tapos Mula sa Buwan, dahil nga Filipino musical or original Filipino musical siya, when I auditioned for El Bimbo, parang, okay, handa na siya. El Bimbo, it was a rerun, diba? 2019.
Yeah.
2018, I recorded the study tracks for
Okay.
2018.
Yeah.
So, parang I worked on that with Mike
Yeah.
at the time. Pero wala akong plano of joining, malay ba
Yeah.
natin, El Bimbo was gonna be El Bimbo.
Yeah.
So, after Mula sa Buwan, El Bimbo na yun. And then, I remember being so scared because nga of how massive the
Yeah.
show was. I was in the wings. Si Tita Menchu Lauchenko Yulo was the one who pulled me aside. She was like, "You're the lead. It's okay. Be the lead." Ginaganon niya ako kasi talaga ako, sanay ako na I'm doing my own thing as an ensemble. And the last time I was on that stage was ensemble ng Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Then all of a sudden, I was there, the only, diba, may mga eksena si Joy na siya lang
Siya
yung
lang.
nandun.
At ang laki ng stage ng
Ang
Ma'am
laki.
Lalamunin.
So I was afraid.
Yeah,
And
ang
Tita
laki.
Menchu was like, "It's okay. You can do it. You're the lead.
Yeah.
Be the lead."
Pero
Gumaganon siya.
now that El Bimbo was happening, before we close this episode, what was it like naman? And March of 2020, like
Whew.
a lot of preparations happened by January to Feb.
Yeah.
It was the height of
Yeah.
wala pa tayong all year may seasons pa nun. Ngayon kasi wala na.
Yeah.
Whole year round na yung shows. Pero
Yeah.
January to February, a lot of the major productions are preparing for by
Yeah.
Feb and launching na the shows by March.
Oo.
What was it like for
me,
you?
Hindi ko alam kung
before the
alam mo
lockdown?
tong kwento to na to.
Hindi
But
ate, for sure.
2020, in my mind, was, at that time, was supposed to be my biggest year. Because I was scheduled to do 5 productions.
God.
Na lead ako sa lahat. And nag-align lang siya na sa schedule. As in, I was in Anna in the Tropics of Rep.
Okay.
Then I was gonna jump to Tabing Ilog.
Di ba meron ka ring yung parang 70s?
Yes. Ayun, Tabing Ilog as EDS.
Okay.
Tapos, right after, rerun dapat ng Mula sa Buwan.
Okay.
Tapos magbobongga
Bongga
Kaday,
Kaday.
Ani Batong Bakal.
Yeah.
And then the last one was supposed to be On Your Feet as Gloria
Yeah.
Estefan. Nakalatag siya, as in sobrang sakto sa schedules, tapos parang everything just happened to work out. And I was like, whoa, what year is this gonna be? But at the same time, game for the challenge,
Yeah.
excited, ganyan.
Tsaka yay.
I mean, for me kasi, again, it's the work that we're after,
Yeah.
diba? So I'm like, wow, I'm a booked full-time theater actor. And, diba, parang,
Yeah. And,
thank you.
yun nga, it's such a thankful, parang
Sobra.
mahirap ma-achieve yung
I don't know what happened na nag-align lang lahat at the time. And I was so very grateful. But when March 2020 happened, and this was the weekend of the lockdown, was the opening weekend of Anna in the Tropics. And so we were able to do one preview. So for one audience lang, one show. Tapos,
majority of the shows during that time was either previews or first week.
yes. And I remember that specific March 2020 had over 20 productions.
Dami.
And alam mo yung parang papunta na tayo dun at that
Yeah.
time. Na parang, oh my gosh, wow. Parang 20 productions in a month? That's crazy. And then parang it was bound to just keep going.
Yeah.
So, and then nung nangyari yung lockdown, wala. Parang, oh, okay.
Everyone was
Everyone.
like,
But I think it was at that,
Yeah.
alala mo yung open house fundraiser?
yeah.
Na everybody just came together online.
Yeah.
Parang that's when I saw the value of the community.
Yeah.
That parang prior to that, syempre, I was so focused on my career.
Yeah.
Because nga, I wanted to be able to do it full time.
Yeah.
But during the pandemic, that's when, yun talaga parang dun nag-dawn sa akin how much we all need each other.
Yeah.
And how it's so important to be a part of the community. And parang how it's so important to contribute to the community in whatever form or way.
Yeah.
And dun ko siya natutunan talaga when we realized na, oh my God, hindi lang ako yung walang trabaho. Everyone yung
Production
nawalan.
design,
Oo.
SM, lighting, everyone.
So, when open house happened, I would like to think it gave everyone that awareness na parang, oh, we need each other. Na parang, we need each other to survive.
And it was an impetus for a lot also to like look into our community and say na we might need to organize better
Yeah.
to fight for each other.
Yes, no, exactly.
Because during that time, kayod racket lifestyle.
Yeah, sobra.
So no one was protecting us.
Yeah.
So
For
it-
sure. So doon din nangyari na TAG came together
Yes,
again.
exactly.
Nabuhay ulit yung Theater Actors
Yeah.
Guild. I was also part of the steering committee ng TAG.
Mm-mm.
But then shortly after, that's also when El Bimbo streamed.
Yeah.
And that also was a pivotal
very
moment
much so.
for everyone, actually, for theater in general.
Para siyang kung if open closes a door, opens a window. Ito opens a door, tears down the walls.
Exactly. Medyo
Sumabog
lahat.
talaga.
Na parang it was a weird feeling though. I have to admit
Yeah.
na parang it was just so odd, and I didn't know how to place myself, only because theater was being celebrated because of El Bimbo Online, but all of us were out of work.
Yeah.
So that was just a weird, odd. What is this sensation that we are experiencing
Totoo.
right now? Na there's a demand for live theater,
Na
but
hindi
we
natin
can't.
alam
Oo.
Kasi what was the problem? Is it accessibility? Is it
Yes.
ganyan? So
All of it,
nagulat
di ba?
tayo.
Oo.
nagulat talaga tayo.
So, nung nag-stream yun na walang, nobody knew what it would be like, right? But when all of a sudden, in those 48 hours, sumasabog lahat
Trust.
sa social media.
Yeah.
Parang, ano to?
Yeah.
Anong nangyayari? Ganon.
So, with social media burgeoning from...
Burgeoning!
Parang na umuusbong na yung ano ng social media, and yet we were at our, sabi nga natin, si Manong Driver 12 noon, na because of the lockdown, hindi always 7 a.m. But we will be talking about that
Yes.
in our next episode. Yes, 2-parter siya. Oh my God, hindi ako prepared. Kahit si Direk, at saka yung isang Direk, hindi sila prepared. For the chika naman kasi ang mga
For
gay.
the dami, ang daming kwento.
Mama, ito na
Ang
nga
dami mo rin tanong.
Ang dami naman kasing nagaganap. But yes, we will be back for our next episode. So,
Yay!
please watch out for that. And thank you naman sa ating guest si Gab. Babalik tayo ulit for episode 2, part 2 of this.
See ya!
See ya! Bye-bye!